guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. You guys can see that this is a different place. This does not look like my room. This is a different place, and if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or here on YouTube, you know I recently got engaged and I'm going to be making my wedding gown. So I'm here in my friend's shop and they're going to help me take my wedding measurements because I know my measurements. It's not like I don't know my measurements. I know my measurements, but you know when you want to sew a wedding gown, there are specific, very important measurements you need to take, and you need them to be very, very approximate. You need them to be very on point. So that's what I'm doing here. They're going to help me take my measurements, and I'm just going to take you guys along so you guys will see how they take wedding measurements, what you need to do, what you don't need to do. If this is the first time you're coming onto my channel, hi, I'm Ada. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you're not part of the family, and let's just go into this video. Okay, let's go.
So guys, before we started, I had to explain some things to her because you know when it comes to taking measurements, there are different terminologies and different ways people take their measurements. So I really had to explain to her so we'll be on the same page and we'll understand ourselves, and she will do what I want her to do. So to start the measurement, we started with my bust, and my normal measurement for my bust is 34 inches. I think here she measured 35 inches and I'm like, no madam, I just did it again. It is 34 inches. And that's because I knew I hadn't added and I didn't see any reason for the extra 1 inch. So we worked with 34 inches. Then she went ahead to measure my shoulders, and she measured my shoulders I think at 16 inches, and I'm like, yo, my shoulder is 17 inches, but I didn't want to argue with her because I knew I was going to adjust it. So my shoulder to my nipple point was measured at 10 inches. Normally mine is around 9.5 inches, but I just know how to maneuver whatever I'm working with. Then my nipple to nipple measurement is 6.5 inches. I just have like half measurement. Then my shoulder to under bust is 13.5 inches, but she measured 14 inches and I could work with it, so I didn't argue with her. The next measurement I took was the circumference of my under bust, and she got I think 30 inches or 31 inches, and I'm like, yo, it is 29 inches. And she was like, it's going to be very tight. I said, yes, leave it at 29 inches please. 30 inches, 31 inches, that's too much, too much. So from there I took my shoulder to, at this point I think I was a little confused what she was trying to do, because I also had to take like the half blouse measurement, but I don't know what she was trying to take. So but we just had to like put the tape. Normally my half blouse is 16 inches because I have like a low butt, so I don't like to go way down when it comes to my half blouses, especially when I'm sewing a gown, because it's going to affect the overall look of the gown. So my half blouse measurement is 16 inches. So we went ahead to take another measurement, and the measurement here was my long gown length, and this is the measurement that stops around like 1 inch below my ankle, or it stops at my heel. And she took it from the front part, and I'm like, no, I have like big bum bum. Take it from the back. And she was like, oh, the bust to make up for the bum bum. I'm like, no, I have big bum bum, so take it from the back. So when she measured from the front, she got around 59 inches. When she also measured from the back, she got 59 inches. But me, I like to take it from the back because when I'm brethren, some clothes will want to mess you up, especially if you have like a large butt. So you want to be very careful and take the measurement for the back. So if you have like big butt, that's a tip for you. So after taking that measurement, the next measurement she took was my full gown length, and I was trying to describe to her how long I wanted it to be, and she just gave me a tip here. She told me, Ada, you have to like stand and raise your heels up, something like that, and that's how we came to the length of 65 inches. And I was trying to explain to her that it was a ball gown, I wanted it to stand very well, and she was like 65 inches was long, because when I stood up they extended the tape, and she told me no matter how many balls they put here, 65 inches is going to accommodate it. And I worked with 65 inches, and you know, while I was cutting, and it looks nice, there was nothing out of place. So after taking my full gown length, I normally do this when I want to sew like very big ball gowns. Next length she went ahead to take was my short gown length. So normally my gown length is around 40 inches because I like it to be just on the nail. I don't want it to be like above the nail. Gone are those days where I used to wear really short gowns. So my short gown length here was 40 inches. Now next measurement she went ahead to take was my midi gown measurement. Funny thing is, I have never sewn a midi gown, so this wedding I wanted to do like different styles, and she took my midi gown measurement here at 47 inches, but it came out when I was sewing one of my outfits, it came out too long. So my midi gown measurement is going to be around, I think I worked with 44 inches. Now the next thing we did here was the drape length, because I wanted to do some drapings to the gown. So with wedding gowns, sometimes there are measurements you have to take from particular points. So I wanted to know how long the draping would look at 26 inches, and we took from both the front and both the back, and we just ended up with like 26 and 23 inches because it was going to be like an asymmetric stuff. So after that, next measurement she went ahead to take was my waist. Now my waist has been 28 inches for the last maybe 15 years. It has not changed. It does not change. It should not change. In fact, I would like to walk back to 28 inches after I have my children. Now my hips also at 40 inches. These two measurements, they've not changed in the last 10-15 years, and I'm so happy about that. Now the next measurement is the overarm measurement, and I asked her to take this measurement because I wanted to sew an off shoulder for the wedding gown, and I wanted to know like the circumference of my overarm, because by the time I'm done sewing my bustier, I want to know what is left for me to sew my sleeve, my off shoulder sleeve. I don't want to do like guesswork with, you know, what I should cut and what I shouldn't cut, and that was what we did here. And she got it at, I think it was at the point it was a little loose, so I told her make it tight, and we got around I think 36 inches here. Now the next measurement we went ahead to take was my upper arm measurement, and this lady wanted to kill me because I've been telling her to take other measurements tight. She took this one very, very, very tight. Now my upper arm measurement on a normal day is 13 inches. This lady measured it at 11 inches. It was tight. She made it tight, and I'm like, no, madam, that is too tight. Please reduce it. I don't want to kill myself. She's like, it's because you've been wanting other ones tight. And I said, no, please, 13 inches is nice. I don't want to die. You can see we were both laughing here. So after that, we had to ask the girl what other measurements we've not taken. She explained some to me, and now we moved over to taking the measurement for the veil. So I wanted the veil to be a little below, that's the front length of the veil to be a little below my navel, and I told her to put a tape from somewhere that looks like the middle of my head, because obviously I was wearing a very big wig here, and she extended the tape downwards, and we got my front veil length at 33 inches. So then we went ahead to take the sides. So the sides also 33 inches, and this was something that was very tricky to work with, because if you guys don't know, like I said, some of these videos I've already filmed them, which means I've gotten to the point where I'm sewing or I've sewn my wedding dress already. So that 33 inches for the side excuse me, was a little tricky to work with, but I found my way around it. Now the next thing we went ahead to take was the back veil length. Now guys, I wanted a cathedral veil, or I still want a cathedral veil. I used the cathedral veil, so I wanted it to be very long, and as you can see, they added another tape. They added another tape because I'm like, yo girl, I want it long, very long. And this lady was so lovely. She did like everything I wanted her to do. She didn't even argue. She just understood that, okay, this girl, this is how she wants her stuff, and she was just so lovely. And we got the inches, the length for the veil at 120 inches. That's for the back. Initially I was like, it's too much. When I look back, I'm like, you know what, I want a long veil, and a long veil is what I'm getting. So that was it for the veil, guys. If you want to take the length for the veil, this is something you should definitely put into consideration. Get someone that understands you, especially even for your wedding dress. Get someone that understands you so that everything will go well. So guys, this is how I took the measurements, and she had to explain some things for me here.
Okay guys, so I'm done with my measurement, and it was really interesting. You know, sometimes you have like this idea, you feel like, no, I'm not bigger than this, or this is what it should be, and by the time they measure you, you just know that you have to hit the gym, or you just have to slim down, or you have to add up, you know, something like that. So this is my friend's shop. She's a fashion designer, and she's also a tailor based in Enugu, Nsukka, and she's just a very lovely person. Even when I didn't have my sewing machine, those really hard days of dressmaking, I used to come here to make my clothes, and she was very nice. She's still very nice to me. She's not on the shop presently, but her girls did it for me, and I'm going to put the name of her business. This is her name of her business, her Instagram handle, in case you're anywhere around Enugu or Nsukka. She even sews for people outside Enugu and Nsukka. So if you need a really good tailor, hit her up, okay? Hit her up. So that'll be all for this video. If you enjoyed this video, if you have any questions, definitely leave the questions in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you will get notified. Thanks for watching. Bye.